Hey guys, I'm coming to you today. I want to talk to you a little bit about some things I've been thinking about in the past couple of weeks. There's a lot of negativity going on in the world, and I'm sitting here working on my little flowers to go on my bouquet, and so cutting those out on the Cricut, and I'm just thinking about things, really thinking about, my job, where I want to be in the world, my life, things that have happened to me, and I'm just going to share with you a few things that have happened recently at 3 different places and how I was treated at them and how I feel about customer service. I took my fiance to the dentist on Tuesday and dropped him off and ran to the scrapbook store. This is in a town that I normally don't get to go to, and there's a really nice scrapbook store. Unbeknownst to me, the scrapbook store is closing. So I go in, and there's a lady in there browsing. There's lots of signs everywhere saying what's on sale, what's discounted, what's not including in the sale. Literally everything in the store is being sold, including the units that the paper is sitting on. The lady, the person, I guess, that owns the building, is on the phone having a full-fledged conversation about where she was the day before, her son's job interview, the whole shebang, where he's off to next, all of that. So, excuse me. So I completely know everything about what's going on in her world right now due to that phone call. The lady that was in there perusing left, never got a goodbye, anything. I never got a hello, anything. I was in the store about 20-25 minutes, worked my way throughout the whole store, worked my way to the back of the store, to the clearance, and finally right around the counter, and she finally said, "Oh, I'm going to have to get off the here. I have a customer." Gets off the phone and says, "Oh, good morning. I'm sorry I was on the phone." Not good. She never spoke to me coming in. She never spoke to the other lady. Not good customer service. Might be part of the reason why she's going out of business. Don't know that for a fact, but might be. Second incident. My fiance and I were told about a new place of business to eat at. So we chose to visit this place of business on a Sunday. Did not know anything about it other than that it was seafood. Did not know the hours of operation, anything. We decided on a whim to ride over there. It was about 4:30 when we ventured that way on a Sunday. Most places in our area are open till at least 6 or 7 on Sunday night. Some are open till 8, other than the major food chains. We get there, we get inside. It's a cute little quaint hole in the wall. Eating area is not much bigger than this room though. So there were picnic tables outside. There were plenty of people out at the picnic tables, and there were 2 couples already inside. We sat in between the 2 couples. Not having been there before, there was an item on the menu that was called the Feast. We decided that we would like to get the Feast because you could try a little bit of everything. There would be plenty of leftovers. It was still early in the day that we would want something later, and that was the item that we chose to ask for. The little young lady comes back over to our table and asked us what we wanted, and that's what we ordered. She informed us that she did not think that we could get that item. Asking why, she said, well, we close early tonight. Well, what time do you close? We close at 5. Well, it's 20 minutes till 5. Why would that be a problem? I mean, there's tables outside that haven't been fed yet. We're still ordering. You're still open. We should be able to order anything on that menu. There is nowhere on this menu that says we can't order this food if you come in, whatever. There is no sign that says that. So, instead, that was a $25 menu item. Instead, we ordered something much cheaper. Just saying. Again, a few minutes later, well, several minutes later, it was about 5 minutes till, car pulls in, she turns off the open sign to insinuate that they're closed. There were some regulars in the facility, and she felt comfortable enough to let them know that she had better things to do than to wait on somebody else. She had plans for the evening. That's horrible. Just horrible. Third thing. Worked late yesterday. I normally get off early on Fridays. I worked late. We had some things going on at the facility that required staying late. So I stayed late, got off work, grabbed my daughter, went and grabbed an ice cream cone, and headed to an antique store. I have been asked to do a photo shoot for someone I have previously done pictures for, and I have something in mind for the photo shoot, and I hit the antique store. I walk in, I passed one of the sales ladies as we were coming in. She never said anything other than hello, We're perusing, and in the I call it the living room. It's a house that's been turned into an antique store, and I don't see anything in there that I need. So I go into the kitchen area. I'm looking in there. Start to go into another living room area, and another sales lady who I've never seen before stops me, and she's like, "Oh, we're closed." And I knew what time it was. I knew it was not time for them to be closed, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't think that you closed until 5." And she said, "Oh, well, we've already turned off the lights." And I said, "Well, I'm looking for something in particular." And I told her what I was looking for in hopes that she would be able to help me with that, and told her that why I was looking for it. And she's like, "Well, I'll have to ask somebody else." And she was not very nice about it. Keep in mind, it's not time for them to close yet. The other sales lady comes back in, very friendly, lets me know that they do have a few items, lets me know that they're in a dark room, shows me an item around the corner that's in a somewhat lighted room, and I told her that was not something I was interested in, and explained to her what I was truly interested in. And she's like, "Oh, I don't know that we're going to have anything like that, and you'll just have to come back on another day. We've already turned off all the lights. You wouldn't be able to see anyway. And our phone and card machine is down anyway." So what if I had cash? What if I wanted to spend $300 or $400 in your store today, and you just lost out on a big sale? Does customer service not matter anymore? What happened to, you know, you're running a business, a customer walks in and, "Hi, how are you today?" Does that not exist anymore? My granny and papa ran a restaurant, and your customer was your number one priority, because that's what put food on your table. I'm sorry, if I owned a store, you walk in at 5 minutes till 5, I'm going to let you browse as long as you want to, because guess what? Potentially, you could buy anything out of my store that you wanted. What happened to the golden rule? What happened to treat others the way that you want to be treated? What happened to treat people the way that you would your family? You don't know what kind of day someone has had. You don't know how bad my day was before I walked in that door. And I was going to be so excited to find that wonderful item and buy it. And you just treated me like crap. Think about how you act out in the world. What kind of aura are you giving off to the world? Are you telling people that you are happy? Are you telling people that you're sad? Are you telling people that you're angry? What kind of vibe do you give off? Do you hold the door open for people? Do you speak to that little elderly person that's walking beside you that probably doesn't have anybody in their life anymore, that has lost their loved one that used to be beside them each and every day? Think about that. What kind of a difference can you make in someone's daily life just by saying hello? Just by holding the door open for them. Just by being kind. That's my rant. That's all I got. Do something nice. See you next time.